At this time, all of us here on Around the Point would like to give our thoughts and prayers, our condolences to the family of John Huber, who the wrestling world for so many years have known as Brodie Lee, Luke Harper, the Exalted One. Last night, John Huber passed away at age 41. And this, to me, is just very, very... It's shocking. I'm still at this very moment at a loss for words. See, normally on this, when I do the podcast, I play music and all that stuff, and we're not doing it. We're not doing that this week. It's not happening. Hell, if you could even see me right now, I'm just on webcam. You don't see any of my overlay, logo. You don't see any of that today. Nah. This week was supposed to be the Christmas show. But with the events that have happened 24 hours ago, I just can't do it. I can't. But I am not alone. I'm here joined by two good brothers, if you will. I'm here joined here all the way in Detroit. The one, the only Dave Sack. Dave, my bad. Big Mike. I'm at a loss for words again, bro. I'm sorry. Big Mike, what's up, bro?
You know, man, I don't even blame you, man. This is just a terrible set of circumstances that we have to even talk about this at all. Yes, you know,
exactly. And joining us as well via audio this week, all the way in Sacramento, California, Dave Sack. Dave, how are you, brother? Dave?
I am. It's still a big pill to swallow. Like, that's not even fully. Yeah, no hard to like. Yesterday when I heard the news, I was just like, "This isn't real. Are you kidding? Like, are you serious?" Like, that's how I felt about this, and it still feels that way. It really does, because one, like the age, 41. It's like, what the heck? But on top of that, it's the whole thing of it's like nobody saw this coming. There wasn't like normally if someone's sick, like some of the passings from earlier this year, like we knew that someone was going into the hospital. There has been zero notifications that Brodie Lee like had to check himself into a hospital or anything like that. Like it just like that's what's so crazy about this. We knew nothing.
Well, it's crazy because for me yesterday, and I heard the news, I found out from Mike on our group chat that we're in, and I was in the middle of eating dinner. I went out, and I just get this PM. Oh, Mike, Brodie Lee passed away, and I'm like, what? And I go on Twitter to see what's going on, right? And I see the first articles popping up, breaking news, AEW star Brodie Lee passes away, age 41. And again, the thought of, bro, age 41, that is a young age to go out in. And it's just insane. It's just crazy. You wouldn't expect it. You just wouldn't expect this to happen.
Yeah, man. I haven't,
brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't felt like this. Well, the Kobe passing hit me a little harder. I was literally boo-hooing with Kobe because that is like my favorite basketball player ever. But Brodie Lee passing felt like Eddie Guerrero. It was like
that's so crazy.
It felt like what happened. Nobody knew. Like it was just so sudden, like Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, bro.
I did see something because now that you mentioned Kobe, I did see something on Facebook earlier. It's only been one day, and someone already tried to flip a WWE exclusive Luke Harper action figure, and they're trying to sell it for $300.
Yeah, I just found out about that too.
That's disgusting.
It's just bound to happen. You know, it's bound to happen.
Well,
Yeah.
it's crazy because so the wife of Brodie Lee wrote the following on Instagram literally yesterday. It was crazy, bro. The day after Christmas.
Yeah.
The day after Christmas happened. This is what she wrote.
After his birthday.
Yeah, bro. It's just crazy. So this is what she wrote on Instagram and quote. My best friend died today. This is on the 26th, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
My best friend died today. I never wanted to write out those words. My heart is broken. The world saw him as the amazing Brodie Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper. But he was my best friend, my husband, and the greatest father you would ever meet. No words can express the love I feel or how broken I am right now. He passed surrounded by loved ones after a hard-fought battle with a non-COVID related lung issue. The Mayo Clinic is literally the best team of doctors and nurses in the world who surrounded me with constant love. On top of that, I can't express my loving admiration for the way AEW has treated not only my husband but myself and my kids. She goes on to tag these different people, including the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, Brandy Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Tony Khan, if you will, right? And the rest of the team at AEW have helped keep me standing and pick up all the broken pieces. I've been surrounded by so much love and incredible people. I can't tag them all, but they know who they are, and I don't think they will ever know how thankful I am for them. Bro, no wife should ever need to write stuff like this, bro. It's so heartbroken, bro.
Yeah.
And again, bro, like if you go today on social media, everyone, no. What makes me happy is everyone is together, sharing stories, memories. Not just people from AEW, people from WWE. As you guys know, at one time he was Luke Harper in WWE. People from Impact, the independent scene in general, everyone having a story, but every story being so positive. How he was such a great human being, how he was such a great father, a great husband. He put his family first above everything.
Speaking of his family, this is going to be really weird watching AEW next week if they air because like they're doing a holiday special.
Yeah, but they're not doing that, bro. Apparently that was for. So if you're talking about the kid winning the AEW title, you're talking about that.
His son.
Yeah, that's his son, but dude, they do it. They were doing that before, even when they were having fans in the building. They would have like, let's say it's your birthday, right? They would have a kid show up. They would have the birthday. So, for example, right? Let's say it's your son's birthday, right? Your son turns, I don't know, 7 or 8, right? Yeah. And they would have your son come to the ring, and one of the guys from the roster would literally do the job and let the birthday person pin. So they were doing that for a while. They just never filmed it. They would never air it.
I'm not doubting that at all.
That's what's gonna happen. And again, bro, I'm pretty sure AEW will air it. I'm pretty sure the Young Bucks on Being the Elite will air it too. And I think that's cool to see. That's cool to see, honestly, bro.
No, but I'm not saying not. Normally, I would be all 100% for it. It's a thing that I look at it like. If they air it next week, they almost have to like change the purpose as to why they did it. Like if they show it, you know. Like,
I mean, bro, they are, but dude, they are though. They are gonna do that. They are gonna acknowledge what's going on. They have to. They have to, bro.
Yeah, I kind of want anything that they want to air next week regarding him or his family and whoever it happens, they should just do it with no question.
They should, yeah, absolutely.
They get all the passes next week. So
it's a full-on appreciation night.
Yeah,
it has to be. I think it has to be an appreciation night. I know they have plans for the New Year Bash show. I'm not sure if it's in the can already. I'm not sure. I want to think that, yeah, all these matches were already taped. They're in the can. I would say scrap everything. But again, you're dealing with a network here. If it's just TNT,
Yeah,
I would say once the new year begins, do a tribute to Brodie Lee. That's
Yeah.
what I would do. Hell, I'll go one step further. I know someone said this on Twitter a couple hours ago, but I'm all for this. The idea of, hey, you do a tournament every year, you call it the Brodie Lee Invitational.
that'd be cool.
The Brodie Lee Invitational, where the winner gets a guaranteed shot at the TNT Championship. And you can have guys from the roster, hell, even guys from the independent scene, battling it out. But again, but I think, like I mentioned before, I think it was awesome to see everyone getting together. And not, again, from WWE and AEW. I think it was cool to see fans, for one day, put their differences aside in this whole AEW versus WWE bullshit and just get together and show their respect. I think that was awesome. And that's what we need. We need more of that.
Yeah, and I hate that it took something like this for that to happen.
It's sad. Yeah, it's sad that it took something like this to happen. That it shouldn't happen. It should have never happened. Bro, 41 years old is so young. And who I feel bad for, again, the family, but more importantly, the kids.
Yeah.
His kids, bruh. Because their kids are going to grow up without a father.
Right.
They're going to hear stories about how amazing their father were in the ring and all that stuff, but it's not the same, bro.
Right.
It's not the same. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees. Apparently, they have announced that every shirt that is bought from Brodie Lee on the site, hell, even at an AEW shop, all the proceeds are going to Brodie Lee and the family.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Everyone acknowledged. Again, you have everyone from Mustafa Ali, Kevin Owens, Vince McMahon, Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, you name it, Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt, who wrote a very heartwarming, very touching tribute in his own. Yes, if I can find it right now, that'll be awesome.
While you're looking, I just want to say this. Last night I put out just a very short post on Facebook in a Saw Monsters group, and it went massive. And all I said was just one last time, everybody, can we get a yeah? Because that was his thing, and so many people just like blasted that and and left their yeah because that was his thing when he was Luke Harper, his chant. And so it didn't get fully popping on Twitter as like a hashtag, but I'm surprised it hasn't. I just
So I'm reading here. So I found Bray Wyatt's post.
Okay.
And this is what he posted on Instagram too. And this is a long post, but I'm gonna read it anyway. It said the following in quote. Might read your mic real quick, bro. Okay. This is what it was said in quote. This is from Bray Wyatt on Instagram at the Wyndham Rotunda. In quote. You are my best friend, my brother, my partner, my Terry Gordy. We changed the whole game because we refused to do it any way but our way. We were always at our best when we were a team, and I think we both knew it. We fought like brothers because we were. I'm so goddamn pissed this isn't how it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be us fat, bald, and useless running Wyatt family sports in high school gyms in our 70s. Where do we go now? What do I do knowing I will never hear your condescending sarcasm as I am riding high? I miss you so fucking much already. I would do anything just live through. Okay, I'll do anything. Just live through our worst moments again. I can't believe you're gone. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry. You will always be a part of me, whether I like it or not. Without you, everything is different. And I hope Amanda truly knows that I am here not just to say it because I love them too. I will make sure your son knows the incredible man you were, not the legend people will tell, but the real you that a very few people got to see. I promise I'll put him over clean in dark matches when he's old enough, just like I promised. I'm hurting so bad. I wish I had a chance to say goodbye. But then again, it's Saturday, and you know what that means. Save me a seat next to you wherever you are. That's where I belong. I'll be there when it's my time. Goodbye forever, Brodie. I love you. Wyndham. If that didn't hit you in the field, bro, I don't know what will. That was just so...
I'm depressed.
Yeah, dude, it really, really was. And you look back. Sorry, go on, Dave. Go on.
Just hearing that, and I mean, I really don't even want to think negative. I mean, this is negative in itself, just knowing he passed. But hearing that, I'm just like, anything negative that I've seen on Twitter, on Facebook, at all, I am just like, how could anybody say anything negative right now? Anything in regards to this topic. Like, I've seen stuff not making fun of the matter. That would be disgusting. But just like any just small complaint or bitching about it, about anything tied to Brodie Lee's passing. And I'm just like, when I hear something so beautiful like that, it's just like, how can you try to mix negativity in with this? This is a hard, sad thing, and I'm just like, I'm so proud that people can like bring such words like that out. And of all people, you know, he's one of the Braves, one of the closest, you know. So I mean, I'm really happy that came out that way.
Yeah. But again, dude, it's crazy. And again, you go on social media, you can see all these posts, all these tweets, all these Instagram posts and stuff like that. Photos, you name it, bro. But again, you look back at his career, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm gonna keep it 100. He wasn't really my personal favorite, if you will. He really, really was. He wasn't. I'm not gonna say, oh, the biggest Brodie Lee fan, because I really wasn't. However, when it came down to it, he was one of the best big men in the business.
Mm-hmm.
That got it done. You look back at his time on the independent scene in CZW, 2CW, when he got to WWE as Luke Harper. I remember going to Access WrestleMania 29 weekend. This is 2013. And he had a match. And again, the thing with Access back in the day, they would have a lot of the NXT talent do matches as people are walking around as part of the Access attraction. So they had Brodie Lee versus Neville, now known as Pac.
Right.
1-on-1. It was a fun little match back and forth. And the fact that I got to see this free. Like, holy crap, like you think about it, right? It's been already 7 years. And Neville got the win with the red arrow, but that's beside the point. But again, you know, then you saw what he became on the main roster, right? Member of the Wyatt family, right? We can all agree, one of the best 6-man tag matches that we've seen in a long time, hands down in WWE, the Wyatt family versus the Shield. Elimination Chamber 2014.
Yep.
People were saying, this is awesome before the match even began. He was a former Intercontinental Champion. Had a good run with it, right? That ladder match with Dolph Ziggler at TLC 2014. I think it was 2015. I think he was involved also in that ladder match at WrestleMania 31. He was in that ladder match. Sadly, again, they didn't really see much in him, right? You would think near the end of 2016, going into 2017, right, when Orton joined the Wyatt family, everyone wanted everybody wanted Luke Harper involved in the title picture.
Mm-hmm.
And that was everyone thought, but it never happened, right? And then he became the Bludgeon Brother. You know, the Bludgeon Brother, which it was there. I'm not gonna say, oh my god, they were awesome, right? But they had a run with the tag team titles. Him and Eric Rowan. And then he, I guess, requested his release. It didn't get granted right away.
No.
I remember that.
Mm-mm.
And when he got let go, he went to AEW. And listen, it's sad because you can tell that whole Mr. Brodie. Yes, it was, they were mocking Vince McMahon. You can make that argument all you want, but it's one of those things where it was just starting. And you can tell that, it was going to work. It's crazy because his debut was going to be in Rochester, New York, his hometown. But the pandemic happened, and it just fucked everything up.
Yeah.
And it's, again, he was a TNT champion. He beat Cody in less than 2 minutes, I think it was, on TNT on that Saturday night episode.
Yep.
I believe it was. And it's one of those things where, again, you want to see where this is going to go. You want to see this character develop more, right? He did have that AEW World Title match with Jon Moxley at Full Gear, which was a good brawl, to say the least, right? The thing, though, that his last match ever was against Cody in that dog collar match.
That was something.
And it was a good match. It was a good match. Let's not sit here and pretend that, it was, it was what it was. But it's crazy, though, that now this happens. Now, we don't know how long he's had this illness for, this whole lung issue.
Mm-hmm.
To my understanding, I thought he had a knee injury. That's why I thought he was gone for a long time.
That's what a lot of people thought.
But I think I think we all need to respect AEW for keeping this private. Because I want to believe this was the family's wish. That, let's keep this private. Yeah. Let not this get leaked out, and then this happened, sadly.
Yeah, all props to AEW for not even us a little bit of this to get leaked out to the dirt sheets, because that would have been so tacky.
I got a question. Hopefully I'm in the right to even ask this in regards to what's going on in AEW, but
it's Sunday. You know what that means?
What?
I'm just saying that was a slogan.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah. No, my question was simply, with his passing, do you just think? Because they're still relative. I mean, they're only in their second year, going on third. They're still a relatively new company, and they've done this before with other ideas. Do you think, unfortunately, with this passing, it might be a safe idea to scrap the Dark Order?
Mike, we'll start with you.
I kind of thought about that. Because it's like how can you go on, with the Dark Order without Brodie Lee? I think it had to be a yes, because it's like you can't make a new leader, and it'll be kind of risky to kind of crap on Brodie Lee, his leadership as the character, because he's not here in person to defend himself.
I just don't want this to go the route of like Rey Mysterio and like when Eddie passed.
Yeah, with Randy Orton.
No. Like between Rey and Ciampa, where they have to constantly mention him.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And like that can really get stale real quick, where it's like, even if they don't replace him and they keep Evil Uno as the spokesman, it's like at this point, I guarantee you, like if they show up, the whole show's probably gonna be tributed to him, but it's like anytime Dark Order talks now, they gotta mention him. Like, I don't want that to be the legacy of that faction if it continues. Like, it's gonna get, unfortunately saying this, it might get old.
Yeah.
And because it's like,
I understand what you're saying.
Bigger than the group.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So that's why I wanted to ask that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
I get it. This is my take too. Okay, and I don't know how everyone feels about this one. I believe, again, you hear all this stuff about Brodie Lee and all the positive feedback that people gave him over the years, right? I want to believe that Brodie Lee would be that kind of guy. Hey, the show goes on. I could be wrong, completely wrong on that, right? I could understand them pulling the plug on the entire Dark Order. It would suck because there's a lot of talent there that are directionless.
Yeah, it's like making it's like making new gimmicks again.
I will say this though, we can all agree that the most over guy the most over person in that faction is John Silver.
Yeah.
Say what you want about the guy. I know he's comedic as hell. I get it, but if you watch his matches, he's impressive. For some of his stature, he's impressive as all hell.
Yeah. That's the bald guy, right?
That's the bald guy. Yeah.
One of the bald men.
Yeah, bald and short.
Johnny Hungy, yeah.
I hated him too.
And that takes a lot to say when you got Colt Cabana in the same group.
You do, but let's be real about it. Colt Cabana is, again, as talented as Colt is, though, I feel like Colt is near the end of the spectrum of his career. Like his time, like his prime is come and gone.
I'm just talking mainly about charisma. Like when it comes to charisma, John Silver's got him beat.
Yeah, he has him beat. I want to say Anna Jay will be okay down the road. I think.
I forgot she was even in the group.
As beautiful as she is,
99.
I do think as well that Stu Grayson and Evil Uno will be all right too. I need to think about it. I mean, you could continue the faction. You could.
All right.
I mean, we'll see though. We'll see what they do. We'll see what's the direction going down, heading into 2021. Do they really pull the plug on the Dark Order? Do you continue it? Do you try to find a new leader? Which I don't think you really should. Find a new leader. I think you should. I mean, if you're gonna make a new leader, I would say Evil Uno, because that's what I always thought of. When they formed, remember back in 2019, and everybody was crapping on the Dark Order. I always thought that Evil Uno was the leader.
I did too.
But again,
I don't want it to get to a point where it's like, oh well, now we got to turn Matt Hardy because he was rumored, or like now we got to bring in someone else. It's like, no, just leave it as is. He's already the mouthpiece.
Yeah. But again, this is just crazy though, bro. Like if you would have told me, if of all the people, Brodie Lee, like no, bro. Hell no.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. All right, it's Sunday, December 27th. We have 4 days. 4 days left in this year.
Yeah.
Let me guess. Let me guess. You want 2020 to end already. Get it over with.
Well, I mean, as much as I do, within 4 days, I pray to God and all the other religious figures out there. I don't want to hear about another wrestler dying within the next 4 days. I can't. That would just. I don't know how I would feel if another one, like another big name that everybody really knows and stuff. I'm no disrespect to the smaller names out there, but it's just like.
I honestly can't take another person dying, period.
I can't either.
This year has just been a year of death, no matter if it's big or small.
Yeah. Pretty much. I
just can't take it anymore, even though we don't know what next year is going to bring us. Mm-hmm. But this year it's just been a year.
I mean, the only thing we have right now is knowing that we only got 4 days left, and so we have the hope of New Year. I'm going off of that. It's kind of keeping me going right now.
Also, Danny Hodge also passed away too. Danny Hodge was also in the news this week as well. And that's sad too. Again, I'll be honest about it. I didn't really follow his career. I know that he was an amateur wrestler, and he also did boxing as well. back in the day. Guy was 88. He had dementia, to my understanding, as well. So, again, he was also a silver medalist in the 1956 games in Melbourne of freestyle wrestling. And again, that's sad and everything as well. But the Brodie Lee passing away just swooped everyone. Like, just, you know.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about it. I'm sorry, Mike. What were you going to say?
No, I was just agreeing with you. I ain't got nothing to say.
And here's the thing, too, bro. Here's the thing. And I know I don't want to be that guy. I don't. But I know there could be a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of these podcasters that will do a video that will dedicate an episode, you know, to the life of Brodie Lee. And I say go for it. I'm gonna say this again right now. Go for it. Do it. But don't be that person to promote, to tell the listener to subscribe or to promote your shitty Patreon. Don't be that person. Don't be that dork. Okay,
right. I don't even think nobody has the gall to do that, but we'll see.
You'll be surprised, bro. There is some people out there that would do it. And again, to me, that's the biggest cardinal sin. Don't promote yourself. Don't try to put yourself over on a passing of a wrestler. Or hell, it doesn't even have to be it could be anyone, an athlete, anyone in general. You know, but again, I thought it was cool that WWE paid tribute. I know Impact Wrestling posted a statement earlier. I'm questioning. Do you think tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, do we see a memory of Luke Harper or John Huber? I think we will.
Yeah, we will. We will.
Yeah, they'll just get that quick thing. They're not going to do a full-on video.
They might.
They might. Bro. Yeah,
bro,
it's too many people that know.
They did a video. They did a video on their YouTube channel. The greatest moments of Luke Harper. So pretty sure they will, bro. I'm pretty sure that they will do something.
Yeah, because this shook the wrestling world. Like you never thought that.
And you know what? I'll be happy, bro, if tomorrow they bring back Bray Wyatt as Bray Wyatt with the rocking chair and the lantern.
Damn. You know what? No, I gotta disagree. If anything,
no, bro. I'll be for it. That'd be cool if they did that. Hear me? I know. Oh, but he got burned. It wouldn't make sense, bro. Screw all that.
No, well, yeah, the Fiend got burned. That's like a soul demon. Bray Wyatt should still be around.
No, what I was gonna say is, if anything, I'd prefer Buck kayfabe. You know, when Dusty passed, they had everybody up on the ramp. You know, heel, face. It didn't matter. You know, if I see Bray Wyatt on my TV, that's when I need to see him. Is just knowing, we are not wrestling. We're not wrestlers right now. We're doing our 10-bell salute.
And that's fine.
That makes more sense.
That's fine and dandy too. But it'll be cool to see. I'm just saying, this for me at least. I don't know about you guys that are listening right now and all that stuff right now. Imagine if Bray shows up to open up Monday Night Raw, and he does the old Bray Wyatt entrance, right, with the lantern and all that stuff, and we see a hologram or some sort, right, of Luke Harper or Brodie Lee, if you will, off the lantern.
I can't take that.
I mean, listen, they did it with Undertaker. They did it with Taker, right, at the at Survivor Series. I know that, but still, they have the technology to do shit like that, though. I know, but they have the technology to do it, though. They do.
So fucked up thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I almost started crying when I saw the Paul Bearer hologram because it was just so touching.
Yeah. If anything, I'll say this: if Bray Wyatt was supposed to, classic Bray Wyatt, if he was supposed to come back for a quick appearance in regards to this, I could see him do the entrance, go in the ring with the lantern, blow it out, and walk away, not say a word. And then it just you leave the lantern there, and then on the screen it shows in the memory of Luke Harper. I'd be okay with that. That's me meeting halfway.
Yeah, We'll see. Again, we'll see what they do. Who to say they don't even do anything at all? You're gonna have these people go, "Oh, WWE, how dare you not do anything?" Like this one guy I saw on. So Vince McMahon posted again, he tweeted out his thoughts and condolences to the family of Luke Harper, right? Gave his thoughts, right? Now again, for all we know, is someone who's running Vince's Twitter account. I don't really. Again, for all we know, right? It could be someone running Vince's Twitter account, and some dude wrote, "Oh, you need to, with all due respect, you guys should at least cover part of the funeral since he works for you guys."
People need to stop.
Yes, bro. Listen, right
sure
now,
Vince to do something for the family.
I'm sure Vince. Yes, I'm pretty sure that they will. But this is not the time or the moment to do shit like that.
This is what I was talking about earlier, man. You don't I saw some of those comments. People were complaining about how he was booked.
Again, right now is not the time for that. Right now,
that's horrible.
What's done is done. What's done is done, and you can't go back and change history. Now
is when you pray. Now is when you acknowledge and praise the fact that this dude was a former NXT Tag Team Champion, former SmackDown Tag Team Champion, former Intercontinental Champion. This is when you start remembering the good shit.
Was he really? Time out. Was he really a former NXT Tag Team Champion?
Yeah. Let's double check that. Did they win it? Did they win the NXT tag titles?
Someone else said it on Twitter before I mentioned it.
You got to back check, bro. Mike, do me a favor, back check that real quick, Mike.
I am fact checking that right now.
Yeah, bro, I want to check that. I don't recall the Wyatt family ever.
And they have.
They have. They were. Holy crap!
Who'd they beat? Neville and Corey Graves.
Let me see.
Let him see. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. That is very interesting.
Yeah.
No cap.
Because that's when that happened. That was when I wasn't even watching NXT.
Facts.
I wasn't watching then too, so that's why it's like, wow.
Okay, but what was I gonna say here? What was I gonna say? Again, what happened was done is done.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to be that dumbass. It's fucked up how you treated him. You should have done better with him. Screw you at AEW.
Someone said in a comment that it's sad that he was able to accomplish in 3 months in AEW what he couldn't accomplish in 5 years with you. You couldn't let him accomplish his full potential.
Which is fine. It is what it is, bro.
You really gonna say that now?
But again, that's fans for you, bro. Fuck. I'll say this right now. It's unfortunate, but that's just the internet. That's how they are. Why? I have no fucking clue. I have no clue.
People gotta flip it. They have to flip something that's already tragic and sad and shit, and make it kind of about them. And what they want.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, they took it off of British Ambition.
Let's see what happens tomorrow. Let's see what they do on Wednesday. Let's see what they do. I look forward to watching Dynamite this Wednesday.
It was Neville and Oliver Gray.
Okay.
He probably substituted for Graves.
Maybe so. Who knows? But anyway, listen, I look forward to seeing what they do on Monday. If they do something, I look forward to watching this Wednesday episode of Dynamite. Because I want to believe they're going to do something on Dynamite.
Dynamite will, for sure.
Likely, yes.
Because this is horrible, but at the same time, literally right before this shit, it's crazy. I watched a video today of top 10 names of wrestlers who are kind of blacklisted, if you will, from WWE. And I mean, that was recorded before. That video had to be recorded days before the passing, but it's his name was on that list.
Was that WrestleMania?
Yes.
I hate his videos.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I mean, it was only because he blasted WWE on a podcast.
Nah, bro. You know what, Bill? This is again, dude. I don't like him, bro. And again, I hate the fact that we're doing this. because I don't like talking about. I don't like doing drama, but fuck it.
Right.
He did a video on his channel. I can't support WWE no more. But
Are you talking
talking
about him? Or are you talking about Pilma Productions? Because he did the exact same shit, and then he turned around and did a video saying, "I can't support AEW."
Well, same shit, but still though, it's like, bro, it's so corny. I remember, I think it was Pilma who did a video. What would happen if Cody never left WWE?
Yeah, he does those videos.
And it was like, bro, just the booking behind it, dude. So like, please don't ever write for a wrestling promotion, never in your life. But listen, I don't want to get into this whole drama thing. I don't. At the end of the day, you know, what I did see as well, and I hate this, and again, I don't like to call people out, but Pro Wrestling Unlimited, dude. They did a video. And again, one thing about Pro Wrestling Unlimited, their shtick is like, their videos are like 90 seconds. They're short to the point. They don't go into detail in their videos, right? So they talked about Brodie passing away. I think it was Tim, right? It was Tim, right? And he recorded himself on his phone. Like, you can tell this time there's no audio, there's no music, which was cool, awesome, right?
Yeah.
His description box, there's nothing promoting his social media. That's fine. But if you go at the end of the video, talk about, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more on Pro Wrestling Unlimited. It's like, bro, did you really have to say that at the end of the video? And again, this is what I'm saying to all the YouTubers, to all the podcasters out there. Listen, like I mentioned earlier, if you want to do a video paying tribute to Brodie Lee or dedicate an episode to Brodie Lee, go for it. I will go out of my way to try to listen/watch the content. But don't be that dork. Again, to promote your social media, to promote your shitty Patreon, or tell your listeners or viewers to subscribe. Don't do that here. Don't do it.
I think it's a case when it comes to a death. You need to end your video.
I get it.
And saying R.I.P.
I get it. I get it. For a lot of these dorks, this is their job, right? So they have to say it. But bro, are you really that hungry for money? Just saying. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, let's move on from all of this.
Okay.
What you want to say? You want to say something, Dave?
You want to talk about the picture?
The who?
Picture.
Okay, fine. We'll talk about it. So, I guess there's someone on Instagram that did this photo. He designed the photo.
Cool.
What happened?
I'm just saying it was a cool photo.
Bro, speak a little loud, bro. You're talking very low.
It was a cool photo. I'll just say that.
What did I tell you about holding the microphone, bro? Hold it, you know. Okay. Do you have anything in the background, Dave?
No.
Any fan running, anything like that, bro?
Nope.
Okay. Where was I here? Where was I?
A photo.
Yes. So, I guess someone did a Photoshop paying tribute to Brodie Lee with the members of the Wyatt family. And in this photo, I'm going to have it right here. I'm sure you all seen this photo on the internet. You see there is Brodie Lee, Luke Harper with the halo into the sky. You have Bray, you have Rowan, you have Braun, and you notice there's someone with blonde hair in front of Braun Strowman. So, it turns out that the person in front of Braun is Cody Rhodes. To which Braun Strowman, who again paid his tribute, which is fine. He paid his tributes to Luke Harper, to Luke Harper, Brodie Lee. That's fine. But what he did was he removed the watermark, I guess the logo of the guy or the person who made this photo, and he removed Cody Rhodes off the photo. And I guess people are all of a sudden upset by this. Mike, I'll start with you. Your thoughts.
This is Braun's doing. He makes it hard on himself every time. It's his fault. I mean, the picture was fine the way it was. I understand. You don't want a guy on the opposition in your tribute, which is fine. If he just had him off of the picture, then it is what it is. But taking the guy who actually made the photos logo off of his own work, that is a step higher of douchery, and whatever backlash he gets, because Braun is Braun and he's gonna do what he wants, and that's the problem. He does it to himself.
Yeah. Dave, I'll start. Dave, to you.
Okay. Now I come from the other side of this because technically I saw the edited one first, and I didn't find anything wrong with it. I wasn't complaining or anything. I didn't know who did it or whatever. It was, to me, it was just a picture, and I took it as this is a Wyatt family farewell. And then like I shared the picture on Facebook, and I got flack for it. It's like, why aren't you sharing the original one? Why are you like? I didn't know there was an original one. And then people plugged it, and I was getting confused. I'm like, is that Cody Rhodes? And they're like, yeah, that's Cody Rhodes. And I'm just like, I didn't give a fuck that he's in AEW. I didn't even like. Part of me doesn't even want to say this right now. I was like, it makes it a little awkward because everybody's in their Wyatt gear, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Like, I didn't want to get into that argument with nobody because I was like, an artist did this. That's an artist's doing. That was their choice to have Cody Rhodes in the picture. And if someone really did crop out Cody, whether it be Braun or someone in WWE's media team or whatever, then I mean, yeah, it's petty. I just got to say this. Some people are going to stumble across the edited version first, and they're just going to like that, and they may share that in regards to the fact that they're showing homage to who they knew was Luke Harper from the get. Other people, they're going to see it, and they're going to be like, this isn't the original. Like, whatever you see, stop looking at it. At least right now, I look at it like this. We need to not look at it for what it is, but more so what it represents. That's all.
Yeah, what's crazy, bro? That the guy who created the photo wrote on Braun's comments, right, of the of the Instagram post, and quote, "At least you could have left my signature."
Yeah.
I hear the thing about it, okay? I get it. Listen. I understand, though. Listen, I have no issue with the photo. I have no issue with it. Right. I want to know who in the fuck is doing Braun's Photoshop editing. I want to know. Because it's amazing.
Cody was pretty close to Braun in the video, in the post.
Yes, he was really close to him. Now, again, the way I look at it too, and I agree. This is a Wyatt family tribute.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to go in the front, That's fine. I get why though, because hey, that was Luke Harper / Brodie Lee's final match in AEW or in general with Cody. I get that. But at the end of the day, though, I don't see an issue with the Braun Strowman photo. Yes, he kept the guy's signature, absolutely. However, again, it's one of those things where still I look at this like it's a Wyatt family tribute.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I will leave it at that at the end of the day. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. So, this week they presented the 2020 Slammy Awards. Now, this is the first time they did the Slammy Awards in so many years. Apparently, this was done virtually, so there was no ceremony like they've had in previous years. Back in the day. right? They've done this whole thing virtually. So if you won the award, you record a video, I guess, and they'll put it up on the. I guess this was done also on the WWE Network, apparently, as well. So let's go through the full list of nominees and the winners, shall we?
Okay.
So the first one is Superstar of the Year. The nominees were Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, The Fiend Bray Wyatt, Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know who won, but let's assume for a second that the winner was not announced yet, okay? Let's assume, hypothetically speaking, the winner was not announced yet. Who do you feel won this award? Mike, I'll start with you.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, okay. Why?
Because he's probably the best, pretty much comeback of the year, pretty much.
Okay.
And pretty much made up for his hiatus with his character.
Okay. Dave, what about you?
I would have, because we're talking a full year here, and could be, I know for a fact they did both male Superstar of the Year, female Superstar, but this is overall, right?
Yeah, overall, Superstar of the Year.
Me personally, I would have went with Asuka. She had a really good year. Really good. They took care of her really good. She was a constant when some people were either injured or taking time out. She was always in a really good spot. I would have went with Asuka. That would have been who I would have went with.
Okay, I would have gone. Believe it or not, I would have gone with Randy Orton. That's just me.
Okay.
However, WWE did not see it the way we saw it, so they went instead with Drew McIntyre.
Fair enough.
Fair. And at the same time, I think we're looking at this from an entire year. Roman missed most of the year, right? Charlotte Flair missed most of the year. Becky got knocked up, right? So there's that too. So when you look at this, right? Roman, yes, he made it up for lost time near the end, right?
Yeah.
Probably the best thing on the show right now on all three brands. However, with Drew, he won the Royal Rumble. He beat Brock at WrestleMania. Yes, there's been a pandemic, but he's been also very, very, entertaining. Hell, the match with Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. So it makes sense for Drew, I think, to be the winner, the recipient of this award. Mm-hmm. Moving on here, we have Match of the Year. The nominees were Undertaker versus AJ Styles, the Boneyard match, WrestleMania 36. The New Day versus the Hurt Business for the Raw Tag Team Championships from Monday Night Raw, November 16, 2020. Edge versus Randy Orton in the greatest wrestling match ever, Backlash 2020. The Men's Rumble match from Rumble 2020. AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship Tournament Finals on SmackDown, June 12, 2020. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso, Universal Championship, Hell in a Cell I Quit match, Hell in a Cell 2020. Sasha Banks versus Bayley, SmackDown Women's Championship, Hell in a Cell match, Hell in a Cell 2020. AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn versus Jeff Hardy, Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat Ladder match, Clash of Champions 2020. Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, Survivor Series 2020. And to top all this off, Becky Lynch versus Asuka, Royal Rumble 2020. Now, I'm sure we all know, we know the winner, but let's again assume, hypothetically speaking, there's no winner announced yet. I would say, for me, I would go with Drew versus Roman Reigns, Survivor Series 2020. Mike, what about you?
And this is Match of the Year.
Match of the Year.
How many matches did they list?
That just mentioned them, bro.
I know you just mentioned them, but how many matches did they list? Give me a number.
Okay, god damn it, bro. God
Just
damn
count
it.
them. Just
2,
count them.
3,
You gotta say
4,
them
5,
again.
6, 7, 10 matches. 10 matches, bro.
10 matches.
Yes.
I know what won, and I agree with what won. So I'm gonna say the Boneyard match was match of the year to me.
Okay. For you, Dave Sack? Dave.
Only because it was the most entertaining. I got the Royal Rumble. The
What?
Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble was that. I'm saying like it was like two different matches in one. It really was. Everything leading up to Brock Lesnar's elimination was entertaining as hell. And then when he got eliminated, it was good. Plus, it was one of the last big matches with the crowd. But if you want to go off of this if we're going off a pandemic match, I would have went with Roman versus Jay.
Okay.
Inside Hell in the Cell.
That's fine.
That was a good match.
Well, the winner was Undertaker AJ Styles Boneyard match, WrestleMania 36. Yes, to me, okay, it was entertaining as hell. All the fuck you want. It benefited the Undertaker's situation. Hey, he couldn't go, he couldn't go like he used to, right? So he had to go to cinematic route with Taker. I thought that was great. That was awesome. But to me, when I look back at the Boneyard match, right? To me, it wasn't really a match. That was a fight scene. Mm-hmm. That was, to me, again, cinematic. And again, a very well done cinematic, showcase. All the fuck you want. It closed at WrestleMania. Night 1. But hey, that's what they went with, though. That's what they went with. Keep this in mind. In this, you have the greatest wrestling match ever. And that didn't win.
Can I just say something real quick about that? How do you call a match the greatest wrestling match ever before it even happens?
That's just the way it is sometimes, bro.
That was the stupidest shit
That's what killed that match before it even started. It's just the name of it. It's like, why did you even do that?
Yeah. That's a after you see it name.
Okay, moving on here. We have Rivalry of the Year. The nominees were Seth Rollins versus the Mysterio family. Oh boy. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Edge versus Randy Orton. Sasha Banks versus Bayley. And these two I'm about to mention they're on the list.
Yes.
Believe it or not. R-Truth versus The World. And Lana versus the announce table.
This company, man.
The asshole in me, bro. The asshole in me wants to say Lana versus the announce table. But let's be real about it too, yo. R-Truth fucking made that 24/7 championship, bro.
Yes.
So I am gonna go with R-Truth versus The World. For me, at least. For me, that was a good rivalry, bro.
Yeah, in the beginning, that was hilarious.
Bro, the segment with him and Brock.
Oh yeah.
I think that was
I
2019.
denounced my name for the Royal Rumble.
Mike, for you, bro. Who do you think was the rivalry of the year?
Rivalry of the year probably had to be Bayley versus Sasha, but as a personal, who I would want, it's probably the R-Truth versus The World.
Dave, go on, Dave. Move on, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Dave.
I'm with Mike on both. Realistically, Sasha versus Bayley. Personally, R-Truth versus The World. That was just, for God's sakes, that's how we ended up with freaking Omos.
Yeah,
in the company. He debuted as the Ninja, Super Ninja.
Well, sadly, they did not see it the way we did. And they went with Edge versus Randy Orton as the winner as rivalry of the year. Keep this in mind.
No.
They had two matches.
They had two matches, and Edge had to take time off.
I mean, the promos here were good, but the matches did not deliver.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Anyways, move on here. Tag Team of the Year. You have the nominees, the Golden Role Models, Sasha Banks and Bayley, Nia Jackson and Shayna Baszler, The New Day, depending how you want to look at it. Is it Kofi and Xavier, Xavier and Kofi, Xavier, Big E and Kofi? I don't know what combination it is, but the New Day, the Street Profits, and Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. I would say, and again, Tag Team of the Year. Believe it or not, for a tag team that's like random, just put together, I would say Nakamura and Cesaro. But oh my God, people will complain. Oh, Nakamura, it's a shame. He deserves better, this and that. But yeah, people don't realize that he's making a shitload of money, not killing himself and surfing and yeah. Big Mike, what about you, bro?
Tag Team of the Year. I don't know, man.
From the nominees.
Screw it, Nia and Shayna. I'm just playing.
They're not on the list, are they?
Yeah, they were on the list. They were on the list, which I was getting ready to laugh because they just became a team. I'll just go with this stereotypical New Day.
So you can just give it the generic vote, okay?
Yeah.
Dave, what about you, Dave?
Like, because they pushed them hard, and they're still pushing them hard. Street Profits.
Well, Dave,
I don't even fully like them. But like, I can't deny the fact that they pushed them so hard.
Well, fam, fam, we did win the Slammies, fam.
Are you ready?
Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, let's move on here. We have the Return of the Year. We have the nominees: Edge, Roman Reigns, MVP, Bill Goldberg, and Sami Zayn. I would say Return of the Year is Roman Reigns.
That's what I say. Huh?
Dave,
just the way
what
he
about
came
you?
back.
Facts. Dave, what about you?
If you no lie, full on impact of the return and everything, MVP. MVP's return has been nothing but beneficial.
Didn't he return at the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, he did.
His Rumble return, nothing, but staying and everything he's done since, amazing.
Yeah, because I'm like one of the only people that loves
he has
the
made
Hurt Business.
jobbers relevant. He has made people who weren't even on TV.
Yeah. Well, sadly, they didn't look at it that way. They have the winner being Edge. Now, however, me personally, I would have placed Edge in a different category.
That would have been Moment of the Year.
To me, that should have been Moment of the Year, absolutely.
Yeah, OMG Moment of the Year.
But it's not, though. Okay, next category here, which I think is kind of silly, but whatever. Ring Gear of the Year.
I'm not even gonna answer this one.
Nominees are Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Seth Rollins, The New Day, Bianca Belair, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Carmella.
He said this is Outfit of the Year?
Ring Gear, like, the gear.
Oh, Ring Gear? Screw Ring Gear. Do you see what Sasha wears on a nightly?
Yeah, her husband makes her gear.
No, not the ring gear. The outfits.
Yes, it's fucking banging.
Jesus Christ.
Well, screw that. You know who I think should have won this award, bro? Dominic Mysterio, bro. He's dripped out every single night. He's dripped out.
That's young boy drip. Nobody care about that.
What is Gucci? Is Supreme? Is Givenchy?
Givenchy.
Are you talking about the clothes his mom makes him wear, or his actual in-ring outfit?
Nah, it's clothes, bro. The drip, bro. He be wearing the Yeezys. He be wearing the off-whites. He be wearing Balenciagas. He be wearing a pink Supreme shirt. My man's dripping, bro. For a kid that his dad bought him everything, but fuck, he's dripping, bro. You can tell. You can tell when he was a kid in school, bro. He had all the J's. He'd be the one that would wear
bleached blonde hair.
No. He had all the Jordans. He'd have them all in a box. He would wear them once. He'd probably be trading kicks. He'd probably be the one winning all the raffles on the gram, on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. Dave, what about you? Who do you thought had the ring gear of the year?
I mean,
as silly as this may be,
this is the silliest crap I've ever heard of for a category. No, I take that back, because Rosa Mendez won a Slammy one year for most improvement in losing weight, and she was like the only nominee.
WWE knows how to tell people that they're fat.
Yes. So,
I'm gonna go with only because of like what they wore at that pay-per-view, the Gears of War shit. I'm gonna go with New Day.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Well, congratulations. The New Day did win this award. Me personally, I would have gone with Rollins SummerSlam 2020.
He be parroting everything. Iron Man,
yes.
Power Rangers, Game of Thrones.
Was that the Rey Mysterio tribute?
Yes. Anyway, let's move on here, okay? It's a long list here, by the way. Breakout star of the year. The nominees were Dominic Mysterio, Bianca Belair, Otis, the Street Profits, and Murphy. I would say Murphy. For me.
I mean, yeah, because they gave him something to do, but I would want to go with between Dominic and the Street Profits.
Okay, what about you, Dave Sack? My John Draper, if you will.
Oh, man. Y'all going to hate me for this one. But, I mean, you got to admit it. Going into Mania, this was one of the best storylines that we had in a long time. And then like, it just kept going up. But then it went. I got to go with Otis.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that was a good ass story they did, and unfortunate what happened with the breaking in of the house or whatever with Sonya and Mandy and shit. But it's like that was a good story, and then they had so much faith in this fool. This dude won Money in the Bank. I know what they did after, but at least at some point, Vince McMahon liked this guy enough to say, "Give this motherfucker the briefcase."
Yeah.
And instantly regretted it.
Yeah.
Yes. So the winners were the Street Profits.
Cool.
So from there we go to female superstar of the year. We had Asuka, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. I would say Bayley for the length that she had with the championship. That's just me. Dave, I'm assuming you said Asuka.
I would, because like as of now, like in total of title reign days and shit, she has reached over 1,000.
Okay.
Like they have basically protected the fuck out of her. Like you can basically always see her with a belt.
Yeah.
And that's been her all year.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm going with Bayley.
Okay. Well, the winner was Sasha Banks, female superstar of the year.
Cool.
Now from there we go to male superstar of the year. The nominees were Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, and The Fiend Bray Wyatt. I would say Randy Orton, right? I'm assuming you both would have said Roman Reigns, right?
Pretty much.
Dave, you said Roman Reigns.
No, I actually would have said the Fiend.
Are you kidding me, right?
No. I think he's been doing really good all year long, except for that debacle we don't talk about with the bald man who, needs security wherever he goes and inhales smoke, and then he just leaves after 5 minutes.
Shit.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about Crown Jewel. Okay. In Saudi Arabia, sweet Saudi money 5. Oh baby, am I still alive? I can't wait when the world goes back to normal. And it's sweet Saudi money 6. Oh baby,
WWE still owes them another 5 years.
Oh baby, I think I'm gonna get sick. Anyway, the winner was Drew McIntyre. So Drew ends up winning 2 Slammies here.
He wanted to.
He won 2 Slammies.
He wanted to one. No. Like he used to dream to hold the Slammies like Owen.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, let's move on here because you know what? Let's do some rapid fire out of this. Okay. Fuck this. Moment of the year. Right, the nominees were Undertaker's Farewell Survivor Series, Drew McIntyre defeats Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36, Becky Lynch as a pregnancy Raw May 11, 2020, Edge returns in the Royal Rumble match, Rumble 2020, The New Day's Farewell Address, SmackDown October 16, 2020, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman unite August 28 on SmackDown, Bayley betrays Sasha Banks September 4, 2020, and The New Day gets drafted to different brands on Raw October 12th, 2020. Okay, for me, it would have been Edge's return. Can we all agree on that?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I would have went with Taker, but there was no crowd. There was no crowd. And even though he said this was his final farewell, once there's a crowd, they're going to bring him back to do it again.
So, The Undertaker won this. Which is, anyway. Most creative 24/7 pin, Drew Gulak in a janitor outfit. Musical performance.
That was not on the show.
That was not on the show. Musical performance of the year, Elias.
Was there any other nominations?
No, now they're just rapid fire here. Social media superstar of the year, Bayley. Trash talker of the year, Lacey Evans, and The Hurt Business. So they both won a Slammy on this one. WWE Network documentary of the year, The Undertaker: The Last Ride. Celebrity appearance of the year, Rob Gronkowski. Double cross of the year, Bayley betrays Sasha Banks. And wrapping this up, referee of the year, Charles Robinson.
That was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was funny because they had another ref try to pull Owen show up, and then they couldn't even get Charles Robinson to accept the award. And so the dude who couldn't get the award, he was like, "I've been waiting all year for this." And so they're like, "No, we want Charles Robinson." So he leaves, and then he comes back with the blonde wig on, and he starts acting like Charles Robinson. Like, "You're not Charles Robinson." He's like, "Damn it, man! Everybody loves Charles Robinson. Everybody loves Charles Robinson." Stupid loving little nation stuff. It was fun.
Yeah, reading the comments here, right? Chief writes here, I agree, Orton had a great year. Alyssa Stonsberry writes here, ask questions. Should Bray Wyatt win Royal Rumble? Luke Harper, unfinished business, him, see him, bro. Okay, listen, Alyssa, listen, if you're gonna type, bro, just, I don't know, Alyssa, if you're gonna type, may I recommend using Grammar Check? I don't know, but.
That reminds me of some other news.
What is it?
Did you guys watch the video of Shelton Benjamin after Monday?
Oh, dedicating to Shad Gaspard. I know there's a documentary coming out, but I didn't see.
That was pretty good because he was like, it's a short little video. He basically says he's never dedicated a match or anything to anybody, but it was just like after Shad. He dedicated he said if he ever, when he came back, he said if he ever won another championship, he dedicated to Shad after Shad passed. And so, like, when the Hurt Business won, not only did he dedicate it to him, he came and saw his son, and like he gave him a hug and stuff like that. Like they asked him, "What do you think Shad would be saying to you if he was still alive right now?" And he was just like, Shad would be joking with him, kind of like, "Man, you don't need that title, man. Why don't you give it to me?" You know, and it's just like it was a really emotional moment. Talking about another passing and stuff.
Yeah, I saw it. Well, this basically wraps up everything we need to say here for this week. I know. Okay, the Hurt Business. This is from Chief, by the way. The Hurt Business is the Beatdown Clan 2.0, which you can say, I guess, but that's fine. Chief writes here as well. Rollins SummerSlam gear was awesome. I agree with that too. All right. I think we've covered everything today.
I watched the Best of Impact Part 1, but I'm not getting into that.
It's here and there. It's here and there.
Because they did their awards.
I don't know. I know. I did watch Dynamite, parts of it. Sting came out and he announced that he's there and looked at Darby Allin, and there was that. I watched NXT, believe it or not, for the first time in weeks. Gargano has a faction now, The Way, with Indy Hartwell, Austin Theory, and obviously Candice LeRae.
Indy Hartwell is there. She's there to take the L's for that group.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Rhea Ripley, I guess, is in a program with Raquel Gonzalez for now. I know she had a match with Dakota Kai, and she beat her with the riptie. And then there was that brawl. They had a brawl, which was cool to see too. It looks like we're gonna get next week, or I think at New Year's Evil, we're going to get Timothy Thatcher versus Tommaso Ciampa in the fight pit.
Oh yes,
yeah, we're getting that. We're getting that. We're also gonna get, obviously, we already knew this already. Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor too. They had little highlights from the first match, and they talked about it or whatever. We're also getting Damian Priest versus Karrion Kross. And I think also next week we're gonna get. My bad. We are getting it next week. Holy shit! Johnny Gargano versus Leon Ruff, whatever the fuck you want to call him, for the North American Championship. And also in the main event, you had Adam Cole defeat that guy, the Velveteen Dream. And people, and here's the thing about it, okay? I went on Twitter, because I was tweeting throughout the show. People were mad. Oh, fire Velveteen Dream. Why is he on my TV? This and that. Now listen, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that, he didn't do it or he did. I'm not saying that, right? But when you have two cases popping up out of nowhere, it's kind of suspect. Okay? We get it. A lot of you want him blackballed from the business. I get it. But WWE's not going to do that. And at this point, even if they were to fire him, I don't think AEW is picking this guy up.
Nope.
That's not happening.
His best bet would be Impact.
No, I don't even think Impact would want him either. But
that contradicts everything that they stand for if they pick him up.
Exactly. They remember, Impact fired Joey Ryan. They fired Dave Christ. So that's not happening, bro.
What was it? Oh, you forgot about it.
So
is it next week or the week after they're going to do the last man standing?
Yeah, they're doing that. I think also at the New Year's Evil. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Gonzalez in the last woman standing match. But back to this whole Velveteen Dream thing, okay? So Adam Cole beats him clean. Literally destroyed him. And those two guys, I'm sorry, they just don't mesh well. They don't. They just don't mesh well at all, bro.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
And also, you also had in the beginning of the night, Oney Lorcan and Birch defend their tag titles against Killian Dane and Drake Maverick in a street fight. Wow. And even with that, bro, even with all that, keep this in mind, bro. The NBA started again. So AEW took a backseat to the NBA. And they still beat NXT in the ratings. Let that shit sink in for a second, bro. Dynamite started at 10 o'clock.
I would be fine if NXT was on Thursday. I'm just saying.
I would be fine if NXT stayed on Wednesday, but go back to the network and be an hour.
Ooh, that's even better.
But here's the thing, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. I think what people don't seem to realize, though, is that if NXT wanted to, they can go to Tuesday night. I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, you should go to Tuesday nights." They should, again, and I get that. But I do think, again, that they can pull that off. They can make it happen if they wanted to. The problem, though, with AEW is that they are stuck on that Wednesday night.
Yeah, they are.
Because of their deal with TNT. So they're stuck on Wednesday night at that time slot. They are going to be forced to take a backseat to the NBA. So there's that. But if NXT wanted to, they could move to Tuesday nights, no problem whatsoever. I just think they don't do it because of a pride thing.
You know what's crazy? Like, and I hate saying this because it's like nobody cares about it, and I'm not even for it, but it's still a thing. Main event is still a thing.
Happens, bro.
But
Happens.
I don't know if it's a half an hour or an hour or what. I mean, like freaking Angel Garza and Mia Yim and even Keith Lee have all been on main event recently, and I'm just like, really, they're doing this to these people. But
hey, man, it happens, bro. Anyway,
but the reason why I bring it up is because it's short, it's to the point, it's not furthering any stories or anything. And I as weird as it sounds, if something had to air on Wednesday on USA, a WWE product, if they just shot an hour, if they just did an hour of main event, that might do some ratings.
No, we're not, bro. No one will give a fuck about main event.
I mean, nobody gives a fuck, but I'm pretty sure. Would you prefer just sitting down watching 1 hour of wrestling versus 2+ hours of anything?
If it's an hour, but it has to be entertaining as shit, though, bro. And again, no one gave a fuck about main event. Not then, not now, nor ever.
I just don't know why it's still a thing. That's.
Well, moving on here. Chief writes here in the chat, do you feel AEW's partnership with Impact is working, or does it feel like it's a waste of time? Well, at Hard to Kill is going to be Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus Rich Swann and the Motor City Machine Guns.
That one club. That's what they're
I do enjoy.
That's what they're actually calling them, that one club?
No, they're calling them the Elite Club or the good, some shit like that. The Mega Elite, some shit like that. They're being called.
I heard that on commentary on Impact because
here's the thing, right? I didn't watch Impact this week. I just couldn't. I'm sorry, it just wasn't for me. Apparently they're it was nothing crazy. I know.
It was a highlight show because it was their Slammies. So
oh yeah, I forgot.
It was just the best of 2020, and
but the show
people got awards, and then like they just showed highlights from different matches of different throughout the year.
But the show before that, I just whatever. But I did find it funny that there was an advertisement by Tony Khan and Tony Schiavone. I think those are funny as shit.
Those are so funny, but at the same time, don't you look at those and see Schiavone, and he just looks like he does not want to be involved with this at all?
I think that's the point, though. That's the shtick, though. That's the vibe almost that's supposed to be. Where Tony's like, listen, I'm here in Nashville. I know there's a lot of talent from Impact Wrestling. I want to see what their contractual statuses are. Because for a company that's hard to kill, $7 billion can get you a lot of ammunition. I thought that was hilarious. Because it's true. Because if Tony Khan wanted to, bro, and play the young Vince role, if you will. You know what I mean when I say young Vince role, right?
Buy out a lot of people.
Just buy people out. No. Just swoop. Just fuck. Fuck.
Raid the talent.
Raid talent, bro. If Tony Khan wanted to be a dick, he would do it, bro. If Tony Khan really wanted to channel that young Vince mentality, he could fucking just buy almost everyone out, bro, out of their contracts.
Shit. That makes me wonder, was that going to be part of the plan for next week? Because in his little commercial, he welcomed other talent besides. He welcomed Impact talent to Dynamite.
But again, maybe he just said just to say it though. But I don't think we're gonna get that for real.
No, I was just wondering if maybe that was gonna be the plan prior to the Brodie Lee passing.
Well, of course they're gonna do like crossovers between both companies.
I mean, again,
we're gonna see the North on Dynamite.
And then I think we're gonna.
You're not.
I think we're gonna see. I think we're.
They broke up the North. Oh.
They kind of are, because Adam Page he's bringing out the Karate Man,
which is silly, but whatever. But what I think is gonna happen though, I think the match at Hard to Kill is going to lead to Kenny Omega versus Rich Swann, title for title, at an AEW pay-per-view. Which will lead to Kenny Omega becoming the Impact World Champion. Now, what does Kenny Omega do at the Impact? What does Kenny Omega get out of being the Impact World Champion? I'll tell you. You want to know what it is? 0. Nothing.
But if Rich Swann wins.
Come on, bro. Really? Who are we kidding here, bro?
No, because like,
bro, think about it. No, think about it, bro. Think about it. And I said this before, and I'll say it again, bro. Look who's the Impact World Champion right now. The former WWE Cruiserweight Champion is your Impact World Champion right now.
Yeah.
Let that shit marinate for a second, bro.
No, I know.
Are you shitting me?
Listen, I agree with you on that.
Mike, what do you think, bro?
I don't believe that would happen. I'm just simply saying.
Mike, what do you think, bro?
I mean,
good talent. Good talent. I'm not taking that away from him.
Yeah, good talent. Awful promo.
Yeah.
He could use a haircut.
Could use a haircut.
Who do they have?
He could use a haircut, or at least try to retwist them dreads. I don't know, but
do they have anyone who would be like real main event caliber?
Yes, Moose. Yes, Moose. Why would you ask that question, bro? Moose.
Because it's like I believe, like I'm a Moose fan, but it's just like
what happened to EC3?
He needs a mouthpiece.
Well,
I'm sorry.
His time in Impact has come and gone.
What happened?
So that it was. Well, no. Well, no. Let me finish here. Well, yes and no. So his time. Who's got stuff in the background?
Sorry,
that's not me.
It's me. I'm sorry.
Mute real quick.
Going. Yeah,
mute real quick.
Just tell me what happened.
I'll tell you. So his time in Impact was short-lived. It was just until Bound for Glory. He did sign with Ring of Honor. He was supposed to have a match, a final battle with Jay Briscoe. That didn't happen because he tested positive for COVID-19. That being EC3. Tested positive for COVID. So the match never happened. So there's that. But, and I'm going to say this now, I look at Moose and what he's been doing with the TNA World Championship, and I'm like, why the fuck is he not world champion right now? If you will. I would much rather see Kenny Omega or Kenny Olivier, like my uncle, my godfather, my uncle, the great Jim Cornette. That's right, I'm a Jim Cornette guy. It is what it is. At some points, not every single time, okay? It was calm the fuck down, all right, dorks? I would much rather see Kenny Omega / Kenny Olivier put, or finger bangs, make, what the fuck does he call him? Finger bangs, make fuck, whatever the fuck he calls them, but whatever. All right. I would much rather see him defend the AEW World Championship against Moose, who will be putting up the Impact World Championship, if you will.
I think that's going to happen.
There's more money in a Moose as the Impact World Champion defending the Impact World title against Kenny Omega, who would be the AEW World Championship. All is going to lead to Kenny holding both titles. But again, Kenny Omega being the AEW World Champion does nothing for. My bad. Kenny Omega being the Impact World Champion does not do shit for Kenny Omega. It would be like if Stan Hansen. It's like when Stan Hansen won the AWA World Championship. Did nothing for them. Did nothing. So there's that, bro. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, listen, it's getting late. I'm tired. Mike's tired. Dave's tired. I have work in the morning. All right? I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in tonight. Next week will be the first episode of 2021. That's crazy. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves and all that stuff. Because of this episode was going on with Brodie Lee, I am not promoting my social media. By no means, none any of us are. All right.
No.
That being said, I'm Steve. That's Mike, and via the audio is Dave Sack. We want to wish you all a very late Merry Christmas, and we want to wish you guys a very happy and safe New Year. And we'll see you all again in 2021. Rest in peace, Brodie Lee. Rest in peace, John Huber. We love you. We miss you. And your legacy will live forever. Good night, everyone.